November has some great games, and I must say I didn't even know some of them existed, to be honest. When I was searching for the best reviewed titles, I was kind of surprised, because I thought some of the games I covered in my video about upcoming games in November would be higher. But, well, that's not how it works. So I hereby present to you the best reviewed games of November, listed one by one based on the number of reviews they have. We are starting the list with a very interesting free-to-play title. Arisen Force is a stylish action combat game where we explore storylines from Journey to the West. This game has some of the best pixel art I've seen in a while, combined with great combat mechanics. There are lots of classic as well as modern mechanics to enjoy. It's one of the best beat 'em ups with RPG elements and a good challenge, and come on, it's free. If you like deck building, roguelikes, Lovecraft and Slay the Spire, this one may be great for you. Spot number 9 holds Menace from the Deep. Set in the 1920 USA, the game revolves around a clandestine occult society. It offers a grim dark story and a somewhat typical graphical style for Lovecraftian titles, along with many familiar mechanics. You will play as one of 3 characters with unique card decks, collect and upgrade cards, gather building materials, construct upgrades, equip your heroes with relics, and travel using a unique card system. There is much more to this. This game is really interesting and it already is gathering a lot of positive reviews. Alaloth was actually released earlier, but in November it got its full release. Let me tell you, if you're looking for something between old school Baldur's Gate and Dark Souls, this one might be interesting to you. It's a bit rough around the edges, but the game is actually really good, with great lore, world building and a fantastic soundtrack. Combat, while somewhat typical for games like this, requires some getting used to, but once you figure it out, it becomes okay, let's say. There is a huge campaign with some fetch quests that might be a bit irritating. You can play as a human, elf, orc or dwarf. You can recruit and get to know 12 companions, customize your character, fight tons of monsters and bosses, gather loot and strengthen your character. This game is actually a solid title, and if you want to experience some classic gameplay, consider trying it. With over 1000 reviews and more than 70% being positive, it's a reasonably good score. Dungeon Clawler is a roguelike claw machine deck builder. Yes, this is something unique. It's like Peglin, but instead of pinball minigame, we've got claw machines. We are a rabbit who has lost his arm due to the evil dungeon lord chopping it off and wearing it as a charm. Now we have to journey through the dungeon with an attached claw and get back our arm. Kind of simple. The whole idea is to dungeon crawl and build our unique deck. Of course, every item interacts with something, with other items or with the claw machine. And yes, we will use a claw machine to pick up items and use them. Discover powerful lucky charms that can quickly change the gameplay, choose from a lineup of fun playable characters, each with unique strengths and weaknesses, venture into mystery locations, and many more. Next up we have Enigma of Fear with almost 1.5k reviews. Become Mia, a paranormal detective searching for her missing father inside Perimeter, a place that doesn't exist. This game looks incredible. You know how much I love pixel art, and this one is fantastic, especially with its blend of dynamic lighting and 3D environments. The game is packed with deduction, mystery, monsters and fear. You will explore the world and experience its story as you choose. Want to fight enemies? Go ahead. Prefer stealth or skipping puzzles? You can ask your partner for help and sneak through. With an intriguing story, non-linear open world and immersive clue-searching mechanics, this game truly feels like a real detective experience. It looks amazing and it has a lot of great reviews already. Mirthwood is next as an enchanting medieval RPG life simulation set in an immersive fantasy sandbox world where you can choose who you want to be. You will have the opportunity to manage your own homestead, build a farm, plant and harvest crops, raise animals and craft items and gear. You can also explore this beautifully hand-drawn world, seriously the art style is amazing, accompanied by immersive sound effects. Explore diverse landscapes and biomes, battle unforgiving weather conditions and diseases to survive. But be careful, It's not the only danger that awaits you. You will encounter a variety of enemies on your way, from bandits to werewolves. Equip yourself with your trusty weapon and chop your way through victory. But don't forget to take breaks from your adventures, meet and befriend townsfolk across Mirthwood, and establish and grow relationships. Sitting strong at spot number 4 is Techtonica, a first-person factory automation game set beneath the surface of an alien planet. Your job is to explore the strange alien world to find massive ore deposits, research facilities, hidden caves, and much more. Your discoveries are important because you need to maintain a good and steady income of resources to create a sprawling factory, or factories, let's say. You won't be mining everything by yourself forever. At some point you will build sprawling, efficient and automated factories, turning the alien caverns into your base of operations. You will fully automate every process, build machines and create your own automated empire. Ah yes, we are opening the podium with, I can easily say, my favorite game on the list. Elin is quite the title, I must say. Very fresh, very brutal and unforgiving, but fun as hell. Even though this game looks a bit simple, don't let it fool you. This adventure is full of discovery, challenges and death. You will live freely in this huge world, survive, craft, build and manage bases and town, and that's not all. There are tons of activities like theft, fishing, setting up shops, childbirth, and so much more. This game will challenge you in many ways, showing you quickly that you are not a superhero, as even a simple fight with a rabbit can end in death. This title is not for everyone, that's for sure, but as a great sequel and one of the most interesting PixArt survival games recently, I think it deserves all the love, and if you are interested in more games like this, then check out my video about PixArt survival games. Luma Island is one of the best games of the month, boasting over 6k reviews. It's your typical cozy game where you can socialize, farm, craft and explore. This game lets you play alone or with friends. You will build your dream farm with lots of crops, animals, crafting stations and more. You will also explore the Luma Island, solve quests and help the locals with their struggles. The island is filled with dangerous monsters, ancient temples, challenging puzzles and hidden treasures to discover. Of course, you will advance your character in various ways, with 7 professions to choose from, each offering unique progression paths. You will gain experience, upgrade tools, gather rare materials and master your chosen profession. This game is really good. It has charming design, some RPG elements and that classic farm sim vibe. So yeah, if you are looking for something similar to Stardew Valley, you've just found your next pick. And now, before we jump to spot number 1, I would like to show you 5 additional games, just a quick look, as honorable mentions. And last but not least, with 8,000 reviews, we've got ATLYSS. It is a single-player / online RPG where you can fight with or against friends in a surreal world full of strange creatures. There are 3 primary classes: Fighter, Mystic and Bandit. Each, of course, specializes in a different combat style. As you would expect, the Fighter focuses on dealing damage, the Mystic melts enemies with magic, and the Bandit excels at sniping enemies from a distance and jumping around. You can customize your character, party up with friends, or venture alone to take on quests, kill creatures, and discover new locations. This game may look strange, but it has received a lot of positive reviews. The graphics are rather old school and unusual, but that's not a bad thing, it adds charm. Don't be fooled by the appearance of things on your screen. This game has really good combat. It's challenging and doesn't hold your hand. It's a solid action MMORPG experience that you can play entirely, solo and even offline. And that's everything for today. I hope you liked this video and found some great new indie games. Remember to leave a comment and tell me what games you've been playing and what you think is the best game of November. These next 2 weeks are going to be filled with videos, so be prepared. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you later this week. Bye.